Alright, y'all. We're back into the video. We're back into the reaction. We have NBA players if they're Boondocks characters. Now, I came across this video. I watched a little bit of it, but I felt as if we had to watch this together. Shout out to Chris PG1. He's actually funny. Go ahead and get him to 2K, man. But anyways, this video is really short. Let's get into it. I know the Mavericks play tonight. I got this little 8-ball. And I asked the 8-ball, will the Mavericks win Game 5? And according to this 8-ball, they said, for sure, yes. See, it says yes right now. Where'd it go? Yeah, it says yes. You can't see that. I'm not. It literally says yes. I'm going to edit this video. I'm going to edit, put the little picture in there, but I asked this little 8-ball, will Dallas win Game 5 tonight, and it said yes. So, we going to see if they win or not. Anyways, let's get to it.
Huey Freeman of the NBA is obviously Kyrie Irving. The Huey Freeman of the NBA is obviously Kyrie Irving. If you put
That's very true.
Those two smart Negroes in the same room, the room might start spinning. They're going to be talking about how we live in the Matrix. They're going to be casting all these spiritual spells.
The last two you want in a room together.
The people, I would not trust those two individuals in the same room. That's actually pretty dangerous, and that should be illegal. I mean, Kyrie is a very spiritual guy. So is Huey Freeman. They both overthink situations.
Kyrie is next week. He gonna be doing this in the finals next week. Over there, using sage all over Boston Arena, eating, drinking sea moss.
Very spiritual guy. So is Huey Freeman. They both overthink situations. I mean, they're going to be talking about how the earth is flat. They're going to be talking about all these things we just don't understand. And that's low-key dangerous, man. We cannot trust those two people in the same room because they are just way too powerful, man. Now, the Riley Freeman of the NBA is Ja Morant. Now, they really are so similar. It's actually crazy. You got two people who claim they're from the hood, but nobody can really find evidence of those claims. We got two people who go out their way to prove that they're hard, but at the same time, nobody really takes them seriously. And every time they get in trouble, they say, nah, I ain't gonna do it again. And then they do it again. I mean, this might be the perfect comparison in this whole video because they're really the same people, just in different fonts. Riley got braids, Ja Morant got dreads. They're both skinny people. They both do stupid things. The funny thing about Ja Morant and Riley Freeman, no matter how much trouble they get in, they're still very likable, man. I mean, Ja Morant's one of my favorite players in the league, and he's still.
A lot of people like Ja Morant. A lot of people like Riley Freeman. Even though they ignorant, they still like
Riley Freeman might have been my favorite character in Boondocks. They're really the same person, just in different fonts. Next up, we got Stink Meaner. Now,
this is why I stopped the video and said, you know what, we gotta watch this together.
Of the NBA would obviously be Draymond Green. Number one.
That's actually funny.
Facially challenged. You're ugly guy. Of the NBA would obviously be Draymond Green. Number one, they're both facially challenged. You're ugly guys. And number two, they love smoke. I mean, Stink Meaner literally died and came back and started whooping ass. I feel like if Draymond Green died, he would probably do the same damn thing. He would probably crash out and come back to life and start whooping people. I mean, Draymond chokes people, he punches people.
This is crazy. Bro, I can only imagine Draymond being gone off the planet and then he wake up and just go bear out.
He kicks people in the balls. This is the perfect comparison. They're both crash out specialists. If there is one player in the NBA who could actually play that role, it would be Draymond Green, and it's not really close. The granddad of the NBA, aka.
I really want to know this. Because after you talked about Draymond, that's where I stopped it. So let's see the rest of this.
Play that role, it would be Draymond Green, and it's not really close. The granddad of the NBA, aka Robert Freeman, rest in peace of John Witherspoon, would be Charles Barkley. We're talking about two.
Really?
Older members of society with crash out tendencies. They're never afraid to whoop somebody, but they always try to tell the youth to do the right thing. Robert Freeman always tried to tell Huey and Riley to be respectable members of society, but if Robert ever had to whoop somebody, he did. That's kind of like Charles Barkley.
He said that in one of those episodes with a little not to say it like this because you know we love everybody over here, but y'all remember that episode of Boondocks if you watched the Boondocks? When a little white boy was losing his mind in the store and his mom didn't know what to do. And Robert Freeman, granddad, offered the belt.
Candy! I want candy! I want candy marshmallows! Give it to me! it, Daddy. And I want pasta.
He sure looks like a handful.
When he gets like this, I just don't know how to make him stop.
Marshmallows.
Have you ever tried beating his ass?
What's with the belt?
People, you must have lost your goddamn mind.
Come on, bro. Like, it's right.
Google Charles Barkley, man. He was a savage back in the day, throwing people through windows, but now he's some nice, funny guy on TV who people really can't tell is a savage. Just kind of like Robert Freeman. I mean, we're talking about two old heads who don't play around, but at the same time, they're very funny and very reasonable sometimes. Next up, we got Tom Du Bois, the whitest black guy on Boondocks, which is Richard Jefferson. Now, Richard Jefferson, when I first heard him talk,
Yeah, I can see this.
I thought he was doing a voiceover. I mean, he was on some, hey, I'm Richard Jefferson. I was like, damn, this a black dude talking? What the hell? I mean, that's kind of like Tom Du Bois. Now, Tom Du Bois is probably a little more soft than Richard Jefferson. Richard Jefferson's voice is, just kind of, you wouldn't expect that coming out of a black
He just
guy
has
to
a
be
white man. He's light skinned, so he has a white man's voice.
real. Also, the mannerisms and how they talk and act is kind of similar. You could tell Richard Jefferson was one of those players in the locker room who said stuff like, hey guys, I really don't want to go to Magic City. I want to stay home with the wife and watch some NASCAR, which is okay, but like I said, you just wouldn't expect it as
Didn't he say he liked the number 6 and the number 9?
a black dude, you know what I mean? So Richard Jefferson,
like those
Tom, the
numbers.
same person. Yeah, Thugnificent. Now the Thugnificent of the NBA is Miles Bridges. We're talking about two crash outs. We're talking about two people who moved to the suburbs, which Miles Bridges, I equate that moving to the NBA, but they don't change their ways, man. Miles Bridges got to the NBA and still raps like a drill rapper. Thugnificent got to the suburbs and started crashing out in the suburbs. They're really the same person. Two people who are chill sometimes, but when they crash out,
It's crazy because they both cut their hair off too.
they gotta be stopped, man. They gotta be stopped. Also, these two always find themselves
did cut his hair off.
in some trouble, man. No matter what, they're always gonna
He
find
was working for UPS.
himself in some trouble.
remember
Miles
that.
Bridges, Thugnificent, the same person. Next up, we got Jen Rummy, aka the Ultimate Wigger. Now we got two honorable Wiggers on this list, and number one is Tyler Hero. Tyler
Oh, interesting.
Hero got so many black tendencies, man. The first time I heard
I heard he can't swim.
this dude talking,
That's Negroitis.
and I was like, what? That's how Tyler Hero sounds like? Especially
He the
because
type to get a grill. I'm telling
he's
you.
from the suburbs of Wisconsin. You just would not expect that. But that man sounds like a dude from Atlanta, man. It's kind of weird. And then next up, we got Dante DiVincenzo. I probably said his name
Yeah, DiVincenzo's.
wrong.
He was hooping in the playoffs. The Knicks just wasn't no good.
But he got the nice fade lined up. He got the nice accent, too, going on. Also, man,
He
he's
reminds me more of dude than Tyler Hero though.
see how he played in the playoffs. You could tell he's the ultimate wigger. Overall, Dante and Tyler Hero is a very good comparison to Jan Rummy. Next up,
Yeah, Jen Remy. Yeah.
we got Jasmine Du Bois, a.k.a. the very annoying biracial girl.
It's
And
gotta
that,
be Malika
that's
Andrews. Interesting.
obviously, Malika Andrews for ESPN, who covers basketball. We're talking about two people who just don't know when to be quiet. Just two
Literally, Malika run her mouth way too much.
annoying.
Just waiting for somebody to mess up and start rubbing her hands like Birdman. Like, all right, you're getting exposed on TV.
People who always got to be a caring about situations, bringing up stuff that happened in the past. I mean,
It ain't
just
got
two
nothing to do with anything.
annoying biracial girls always crying about something. Next up, we got Uncle Ruckus.
Ooh, who is this gonna be?
Now, this was pretty hard because no NBA players really act like Uncle Ruckus all
Who acts like Uncle Ruckus in the NBA?
the way, but I got two honorable mentions. Number one, we got Jason Whitlock. Now, I know he's not an NBA player because he's so vertically challenged. I mean, this dude is just way too damn husky to even run up a court.
He built like Uncle Ruckus.
But the way he talks and acts, just go on Twitter, man. Just follow his Twitter account
like
and you'll
Uncle
see
Ruckus body
he's pretty
wash.
much the modern day version of Uncle Ruckus. And he covered basketball for like 20 years, so he got to be on this list. Next up, we got Jonathan Isaac. Now, he's the only NBA player who's like a far-right conservative, which like everyone got their own opinion. I really don't care about stuff like that, but like I said, he didn't stand up for the Black Lives Matter movement, which is fine. That's his own opinion. However, like I said, he's the only NBA player I could even think to put on this list. Jonathan Isaac is obviously not as extreme as Uncle Ruckus, but if you wiretap his house, I guarantee you can hear audio release saying, "I'm done with these damn Negroes in the NBA." I guarantee
Anyways, that's the end of this video, man. Shout out to Chris PG1, man. That's the end of this video, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please do subscribe because I appreciate it. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, man.